Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. One last time, even, to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham... See, I even messed it up, just for you, Bardic Lydia. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. That's right, today we will be... Oh, I know, it's the last one ever, Flower of August. I'm just kidding. Horror, horror, Get it together, Scott. No, not for realsies, Flower. But today, Arkham... Perfect. I love it. I could have been one of the Murlocs. You know what? I was auditioning for Merlin. I see it now. I see what I've done wrong. Today on Doomed, we will be finishing the grand finale of Feast of Hemlock Vale, Alessandra Zorzi's journey through the Vale, across the Isle, and hopefully back out into the real world. She's been through all sorts of horrific events, trials and tribulations, and it all culminates here with Mother Rachel's final ritual in the evening, the third night at the Feast of Hemlock Vale. As always, of course, I'm going to do a little recap of the story so far. I need to recap where the hell we are mid-scenario, because normally I do that sort of pre-stream, but I did not have time today, so I'm going to be looking at it and going, I do remember if I look at the cosmic entity for more than 15 seconds, I'm driven insane. So I need to not do that, basically. For those of you who are perhaps new here, why are you watching the finale? I love you. Thanks so much for being here. For those of you who are new and live on stream, en bref, briefly, Doomed is a video series where I play through Arkham Horror, the card game, digitally speaking, solo, or perhaps with a partner. And the focus is not on necessarily winning the game. The focus is on storytelling and role-playing. What would this investigator do? What would this character do? Very close. Yeah, Crosshair. En bref. So, as in brief. I just don't think... You don't say that in English, right? You don't say in brief. Oh, you do. Sometimes you do. You say in briefcase, that's for sure. Anyway, one breath. Very good. Yeah, we play in order to find out what the story is. And sometimes that means really horrible things happen. And sometimes it means you get turned into an alien and your body is never recovered. And sometimes it means you get lost and murdered by the spirits of angry Vikings. And sometimes it means the death of the entire universe. And sometimes it means defeating ancient ones. Although I will say that's very few and far between on this stream. Look, weirdness, come on. You gotta get to know me, weirdness, okay? Quick question for those in the chat who are familiar with Doomed. I don't think there's a right answer to this question. What would you say was the most successful Doomed campaign? And I don't mean in terms of like, you know, oh, you did some great storytelling work. It's literally like, which investigators succeeded best? Ça va or not ça va? That is the question. Because I have a thought, but I actually don't really remember the resolution of the campaign. So I may very well be like forgetting something obvious, but I have a thought about it. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for your answers to come in, let's do a quick reminder here. Jenny the Time Lord was indeed legendary. Do you remember what happened at the end of that campaign, Crosshair? Because I don't. We Dexter Drake was trying not to like be self-destructive and was like flinging spells and guns left and right. Jenny was just like, I'm just gonna slow down time and walk around and do everything. Oh, Flower, not even. Edge of the Earth was the Frost Token one. And actually, I'm updating my answer. Edge of the Earth, for sure, was like the most, I think, traditionally successful campaign. I was going to say Silas in Innsmouth, because he did quite well, but cheesy Monterey Jack just, like, got it done. He just got it done. It was not a big deal. Scarlet Keys also did quite well, that's right, Charlie Kane and his allies. But yes, weirdness is correct, and Crosshair, I remember now. Dexter became a brain in a jar, and Jenny became a brain in a jar? JK, she's fine. It's just Dexter who's gone forever. Don't worry about it. He's a magician. Maybe he magicked himself out of it. Guys, focus up. The story so far, or the story up till now. Alessandra Zorzi, you know her, you love her. The Countess by day, criminal mastermind by night. She was invited to Arkham to do a job for the shadowy Zamacona. She was also then sent to be the face of a scientific expedition to Hemlock Isle. She was promised to be rewarded quite heavily by Dr. Henry Armitage. Arriving at the Vale, it became very clear that there's some sort of fungus infestation on the island. The various fungi here have corrupted the animals and flora of the isle. Alessandra's been trying to make friends. She's done a pretty good job of that. Unfortunately, the one good friend she really made, his name is Simon Atwood, the troublemaker, she wasn't able to plant all of the fireworks that he needed in the Vale, so we'll see if that's actually even useful. What else? A bunch of captives were sacrificed to pave the way for the whatever the feast is, and then at the Feast of Hemlock Vale, Mother Rachel was, basically beaten by Alessandra and Dr. Rosa Marquez, but not before the ritual succeeded. A tear opened in time and space, and everyone was transported to a bright, glowing alien light. Now, in my mind, my headcanon, the doomed canon, if you will, Zamacona, much like the G-Man, is in fact an alien masquerading as a human. He is part of this big cosmic entity, the Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft. What else do I need to say about that? Yeah, so we're still in this strange other realm, but we can almost find our way back, and then we're gonna get the hell off the island. Okay, how did I do? Pretty well, I think. The final evening. I can see I have cards in hand. That's nice. I would like to remind myself a little bit of the story so far. Specifically, right, we have the Abyss deck. I remember this. Fate of the Vale, Shattered Self. It was this part that I thought it was cool. Yes, of course, yes. Thank you, Crosshair. I should have a spoilers command, for Doomed. So, essentially, the alien light here bends the chamber around it, and then we were cracked open to reveal, what to reveal? We were cracked open to become our shattered self. Thank you, Crosshair. Alessandra, however, managed to find her original self once more by connecting with other people. Because it turns out when your entire sense of self is based around how you interact with others, all you need to do is interact with others again to find out who you are. Most Arkham Horror does not have this level of, like, the more you know, but today we do. So, what did she manage to do? She managed to find her true investigator card. Mother Rachel was devoured. Mother Rachel was shuffled into the abyss because she was devoured. I think we took control of Simon Atwood. Yes, and we parleyed with him, I believe. And if I recall correctly, because it's Act 2, I'm just going to check that because I seem to recall we parleyed with him. And if it is Act 2, we automatically evaded each Cosmic Emissary in play. We may trigger it again during a different act. This is the key. So you can, and we talked to Rosa during Act 2, and then we can, again, trigger it during a different act. So we'll be able to parley again once we get to Act 3, if we get to Act 3. We are not at the scenario interlude yet. Let's have a quick look around. We are in a strange place. The Cosmic Emissary is here. I'm not allowed to look at it for more than 15 seconds. We're here in the various places called the Mirror Nest. I was the sun. I was the shining sun in that perfect day, illuminating and... illuminating the whole and full and... I can't read it. Hey, there you go. Thanks. Thank you, Crosshair. That is a lovely command. I will also copy that over to my software so that I can put it on a timer as well. Sorry, I have to do that now, because if I don't do that now, it's going to... Well, I mean, we can get it back later, but that is fabuloso. I'm just going to create a command called spoilers, and I'll figure it all out later. Thank you. Done. Done. Okay, awesome. Crosshair, thank you so much. Let's have a quick look at our shattered self, Alessandra Zorzi. Or, sorry, our unshattered self. Alessandra Zorzi, her old memory, the remnant of humanity. We already used it. We already burned it, which was fun. I was the sun, opened up my whole body, and became some sort of alien. Hi, Bardic Lydia. Welcome to Doomed. I know you've been here the whole time. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm trying to do a little plot synopsis, and of course I should also point out, the focus is on, as it says here, the focus is on roleplay and storytelling, but I am happy to answer rules questions, even though it is a complex card game, so I'm not necessarily able to be like, here's an overview of the whole thing, but just let me know if you have questions about where we're at and what's going on story-wise. Let's recap what we have going on here. Alessandra Zorzi is in the Mirror Nest, the Cosmic Emissary's domain, but she is in the process of at least trying to get out. She's at least found herself, right? This is Alessandra Zorzi, for those who are not familiar. She's got a hurt, but still up and at 'em, Rosa Marquez. My name is Sam Reich, and I've been here the whole time. Scott Humphrey for Dropout. Start the campaign. Yeah, I'd say so, Flower. Simon Atwood, who we recently took control of, is also here, the troublemaker. We also have a fox mask, but it is devoid of charges because we've been burning our trickster charges like nobody's business. We are bewitching, which means we have access to beguile, stir the pot, and vamp if we ever engage an enemy. The Cosmic Emissary does not count for a couple of reasons. A couple cards in the discard pile. Any weaknesses? Nope. That's bad. Our weaknesses may very well be in the Abyss deck, which we'll look at in a second. In hand, Chuck Fergus. And because I have Charisma, I can actually still play Chuck Fergus. Sneak Attack. British Bulldog, which is a gun. And Lockpicks, which I don't know if I'm going to need, to be completely honest. Also, frankly, I'm not sure how much, time we're going to have for playing assets. We don't know. All right, that's our little setup here. We're hurt, but we're not dead, and that's good. On the board, again, I can't look at the Cosmic Emissary, but they're at these various Mirror Nest locations. Ooh, spooky. Which have some clues on them. A bunch of them have forced effects where if you didn't do a certain thing, you have to place a clue or discard a card, or whatever. Here at the Dry Burrow. Now, this is one of the cave locations we managed to find. It's night, so after we end our turn here, we take a horror. I'm going to be leaving. We must have gotten an Elder Sign, because I've exhausted this miasmatic shadow. A creature made of color and shadow, a tendril extending from this Cosmic Emissary thing, has made its way back into the real world. Alessandra managed to duck behind some pillars and get rid of it, but can she evade it forever? Let's read our agenda and our act to remind ourselves where we're at here. Did I just advance the agenda? Ah, perf. That's great. Agenda 2A, the miasma. Nightmarish shapes coalesce in the mist. If you look at the Cosmic Emissary enemy for more than 15 seconds at a time, you are driven insane. I'm not using an eye tracker and a timer. Just trust me. Forced. When you would draw one or more cards from the encounter deck, instead, reveal cards from the bottom of the abyss until a card with an encounter card back is revealed, and draw it. All the other ones are placed on top. So, during the Mythos phase, if we would get, say, a location or a player card back, we don't. Oh, Jonathan Frakes. I love it, Crosshair. Have you ever drawn a tentacle at a bad time? You ever used an axe to kill a polar bear? Ever been tongue twisted while saying Haster? You ever ride a bike? You ever forget where you parked your car? God, I love that show. I actually, I mean, you all know, we've done it on movie night. I unironically love Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction. and not just the... Oh, geez, thanks, Crosshair. Do I not have chat? Oh, there it is. Oh, Is it just because I switched over recently? Where's your chat? Oh, it doesn't matter. Sorry, Crosshair. Weird. Why did that not show up? Oh well. Hello, YouTube. Yep, they hear you, Flower. The entire platform. All right. So the miasma is here. It's choking us slowly to death. Death of light and color. Great. We've got Alessandra Zorzi with her compatriots, hoping... Ask your doctor if Eldritch Madness is right for you. Spoiler alert, it's not! Act 2A. This is where we are at here. Lost Self. You must find a way back to the Vale! Exclamation point. So there's a reaction here. After you succeeded a skill test at a lair location during your turn, reveal card. After you succeeded a skill test at a lair location during your turn, reveal cards from the bottom of the abyss for each point you succeed by. Right. This is how we're going to get stuff out of the Vale, out of the abyss. Draw one, shuffle the rest, place them on top. Free trigger, spend a clue. You get +2 skill value. Objective, here we go. At the end of the round, if there are 3 or more revealed cave locations in play with no clues on them, advance. So there's a bunch of cards in this horrible, horrible abyss. The dry burrow is not a lair, so I need to go to a lair. Oh, that would be fantastic, eh, Crosshair? Great. I need to succeed at a test on a lair location so that I can find a cave, put it into play. There's something about caves here. Draw one. Oh, yes, right. If it was a location, let's just have a quick look at this. So, that's a great question, Flower. I think no, but let's have a look here. So the Abyss goes on top of the Abyss deck. Great. They're drawn and revealed from the bottom. Forced. When you draw a card from the Abyss. So, if it's a treachery or an enemy, we draw it. If it's a resident, it becomes an enemy. So that's, I think, just Mother Rachel is the only resident who's been consumed by the color out of space. If it's a player card, I get to draw it. If it's a location, here we go. Put it into play. Unrevealed. I can't. There we go. Put it into play, unrevealed, adjacent to the nearest mirror nest that is not already connected to a cave location, if able. So I can. Bardic. Very good. For the remainder of the scenario, the 2 locations are connected. And then if it's your true investigator, you gain it. Fine. Okay. So, really, we're just looking to over-succeed at a test here. For example, I can use clues to over-succeed, or to do better. I need to leave this location. Yes, correct. So I'll need to leave. So I'll need to move. I'll need to succeed at a test, and then probably evade an enemy. Yes, correct. Crosshair is correct. This layer specifically is quite bad, annoyingly. Discard a card at random from your hand. However, I can spend 7 clues to search for a card. I think I'd rather just try to over-succeed and get what I need. Yes. Yes, correct, Crosshair. So I'm not looking at them too closely, but there's the cosmic emissaries here are connected in like a spiral, so one part of it each. The part that is connected to the one I'm about to move into is this bad boy. Can't make attacks of opportunity, 2/4, and it deals 1 and 1. How about the one at the top? It deals 2 horror. I don't like that at all. What does this one do? No, what does this location do? I don't know. Okay, great. So, I think I want to go in, try to evade, hopefully do a really good job, and then I might end up just staying here, or I could play a card and move. I don't really mind discarding a card right now, I don't think. Oh, of course. Well, Bardic, we are all familiar with your love of VTM and WTA, which I'm, you know. No. I think so, Flower, because, like, you know, am I looking at the card right now? It's on screen. I'm not looking at it. But are you? Are you, Flower? Okay. Let's do it. We're back around. Okay, everybody. You know what we need to do. Let's get doomed. First things first. From out of the darkness. And I don't ask me how this is possible. I don't know. Actually, should I be doing this? Should I play a tactic or trick? I like the soak on Chuck. Yeah, I like the soak on Chuck. That's a good point, Bardic. Yes. So the hope is we draw some good tricks. I don't really care about sneak attack right now, to be honest. Coming out from the brilliant light is a figure that Alessandra Zorzi thought she would never see again. The man who she recruited to get her the hell out of here. The man who accompanied the scientific expedition, reinforcements on day 3, as it were. Chuck Fergus, the Urbanian driver. He races up to Alessandra, grabs her by the shoulders. Miss Zorzi, what the hell is going on? We gotta get out of here. And she's like, take a look around, Chuck. How are we going to get out of here? He's like, just back the way I... Behind him, a bright, glowing light. Matter has fused with energy in a way that is inexplicable and unexplainable. Second action, we're going to move into... Yes. Correct, Flower. Yes, it would be huge. Now, unfortunately, of course, in order to draw Vamp out from Bewitching, I need to engage an enemy. So I could engage the enemy that's with me, but I don't want to. I want to keep making progress. Also, I don't have my fine clothes. Chuck, did you bring my clothes? Chuck, did you bring the necklace? She shakes him. Okay, we get a charge back on Fox Mask. And now I'm going to evade the enemy here. Yeah. What do I want to say here? Alessandra, yeah, moves back into the mirror nest, the lair, waiting and hoping for an opportunity to make a break for it when the entity is not looking at her. There's nothing there. This has 4 agility. I have 5. 6, 7 when I spend a clue. 8, 9 with Fox Mask. Ooh, that feels like a lot, but we're going for it, guys. We're going to go last action here. 9, 2, 4, evading the creature in front of me. Essentially trying to move away from its tendril grasp and also away. I'm just going to turn up my sound here. Is there still music? It's very low. There we go. And also away from its gaze. We're going to go 9 to 4. That is a success. Excellent. So we evade the enemy. Rather than evade it, of course, I'm going to actually read the text on it. Instead of damaging or exhausting the enemy, it does not attack during the enemy phase. Fine. However, I succeeded by 3. So we do this. We hold the deck, and then we go Alt, right-click, 2, 3, and it poops out 3 little cards for us, which is adorable. It doesn't look good for us. This doesn't feel like something I want to see. These look bad. Yeah. Alien Whispers, Otherworldly Visions, Captivating Gleam. Whoa! Gosh-a-rooney. Despite her best efforts, a surge of light and sound emanates from the creature, the thing in front of her. It briefly takes on the form of Zamakona once more. So let's quickly check what I have here. I have to draw one of the 3. It's a reaction. Reveal cards from the bottom. Draw one of them. Yeah. So I must draw one. Captivating Gleam has Surge. It goes into play, and if I have no cards in hand, I just take 5 Horror, which maybe I could survive, but it has Surge. Great question, Flower. I believe it doesn't fire, but let us check. Key of Ace! I said Key of Ace! Let us check exactly what the word means. I think I know, but let's just see. Surge is a keyword. After drawing and resolving an encounter card, after drawing and resolving an encounter with the Surge keyword, you must draw another card from the encounter deck. If a card with Surge is drawn during setup, it does not Surge. Okay. So, I would be drawing and resolving it. I must draw another card from the encounter deck, which means I would draw another card from the abyss. Which means if it was a good card, I wouldn't get to keep it because of what the agenda says. So instead, I'm going to take one of these tests. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. So when you would draw one or more cards from the encounter deck. So essentially, this would surge into me drawing a bad card. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to instead choose, I think, Alien Whispers. Test willpower 3 for each point you fail by. You must. These two go back on top. The whispers surge through her mind. Alessandra tries her best to close out the feeling of the creature exactly. Oh, actually, good shout, Flower. Fingers crossed. She tries to shut out the... Actually, is the... Spend a clue. You get +2 skill value. I have so many clues. I got so many goddamn clues. She steels herself against the whispers that seem to penetrate her skull, steeling herself against the madness that they bring. I'm testing 5 to 3. Well, that was a nice waste. So I fail by 3. I must, for each point you fail by, I must take a damage that goes on an asset, take a horror which goes on an asset, and discard a card at random. I'm coming around to your question in just a second, Bartek. That's sneak attack, gone. Annoying. And then 1 damage and 1 horror each go on Chuck. That's why I played him. Is solo play a dev-supported way to play Arkham Horror, or this is my own mad design? Great question, Bartek. Flower is correct. The game is intended for 1 to 4 players. I will say, I have a lot of experience with this game. Please don't at me when you look at my TTS hours on Steam. Just don't look at those. It's fine. The vast majority of those hours are in this mod specifically. The game is intended for 1 to 4 investigators. However, it is considered to be a very difficult game. So 2-player is sort of the scalability that works best. Like basically, oh yes, that's right, Flower, thank you. In fact, I should get that out and do that. I knew that. Where are the tools? Discard, hang on, I'm gonna find it. I know, oh no, it's in here. Downloadable content? No. Options. Yeah. Cleanup helper, displacement tool, hand helper. And the search assistant. Sure, why not? Yeah, here we go. So the hand helper here says how many cards you have, and you can just click it to discard a random card. Thank you. And this is a search helper. Okay, anyway, sorry, yes. Lydia, I'm coming back around. It's intended for 1 to 4 investigators. However, based on the nature of the game and what the game intends you to do, you have to investigate things so that you can like find clues usually in scenarios to sort of like figure out what you're doing, and you have to manage or deal with enemies, which is either getting away from them or killing them in some way. So if you are playing solo, you need to craft your deck so that it can do everything, which is challenging. Not impossible, not at all, but it's a very particular challenge. The more people you play with, the more things kind of, the more it scales up, of course, but the more specific you can make your decks and help each other. It's a really fun puzzle, I think. Yeah, as Flower says, exactly. Oh, VTM Rivals, yeah. It's a good question, actually, Bartek. How would that work? Rivals is the like competitive card game, right? Where you have like your rival is the one to your left or whatever. Correct, Crosshair. Yeah, see Carson, the butler. Ridiculous. Okay, what did I do? I failed by 5. I put a damage on a horror and I discarded a card at random. Well, that sucks, but I already evaded the enemy, so the alien whispers, unfortunately, bleed through her mind. Chuck drops to the ground, writhing and screaming. We go to the upkeep phase because there's no ready enemies. Beguile, you'll love to see it. Miasmatic Shadow readies. And then we go to Mythos. 1 doom out of 5. And... oh, yes, thank you. Of course I do. It's at the end of my turn. The end of my turn. So I'm going to put Beguile back. And I'm going to discard a random card. It's the gun. And then I'm going to draw my Beguile. Okay. Makes sense. When you would draw 1 or more cards, instead reveal cards from the bottom until an encounter card back is revealed and draw it. Well, this will hopefully... yeah, we'll see. Oh, it's a location! No! I have to draw until encounter card back is revealed. What the hell? Now that was a clue. The rest, what does it say here? All other revealed cards are placed back on top of the abyss. Well, that's... like, that is the mineral... that's, well, I can see now. It's the mineral tunnel. So it's now on top. Which is, like, quite bad. So maybe we are trying to get the clues so we can search? I don't know. Anyway, encounter card time. Chroma Blight! A shard of brilliant color lashes out from the cosmic entity and embeds itself deep in Alessandra's chest. She gasps. And yet nothing happens. Yet, a small feeling of doom creeping inside of her as it begins to glow brighter and hotter, just a little bit at a time. Put Chroma Blight into play in your threat area. After you draw 1 or more cards from your deck, place a resource on Chroma Blight. If there is a total of 6 brilliance on it, put a set-aside copy of Crystal Parasite into play at your location. Remove Chroma Blight from the game. Well, we'll see, Flower. It might... I guess we'll have to just see, basically. Okay. We can't make a tax of opportunity. It's back around to us, sorry. That's the Mythos phase, so it's back around to us. We are looking to over-succeed. We probably want some clues. All of these seem to have the same things here. The low evade guy is over there, across the way. Maybe we move down to the mirror nest? Ugh. Evade, investigate. Things just get so freaking sloppily complicated. The creature can't make attacks of opportunity, so... ideally on my turn, I move, investigate, and evade. That's what I want to do in some order. So we're going to move. Lockpicks would actually be quite useful here, but I need to also evade. So I'm not really sure I can, like, play a card at the same time. We'll see. Sloppily complicated. We're going to attempt to... God, investigate at 4? Oh. Yeah, it probably... Well, Flower, so what I'm concerned about here, I'm only reading this for a few seconds. This guy is a 4/4, and it does 2 horror, as opposed to a 3/3 who does 1 and 1, which is like a lot easier to manage, I think. Oh, Beguile could be free. Oh, that's nice. I get a offering back on Fox Mask. It's probably worth it, but then I'm oh, you know what? Although, if I move and it sucks, I'll just move on, and then I'll still have an action to... I'll still have an action to evade, and I'll have to put a clue down, but I have a clue. Yeah, let's scout it. Let's just... I think... Oh, God, no, we need to also be making progress. No, let's do it. We're going to move up. We're doing it. Alessandra sees that there is indeed a path leading off the brilliant reflective surface of the cavern that she has not yet explored. This is a 3-shroud, 2-clue location called Mirror Nest. When you end your turn at this location, if you did not successfully evade this round. Okay, well, that's good. But we're going to keep moving. I'm going to move on to this Mirror Nest because this one says, when you end your turn here, if you did not successfully fight this round. I won't be fighting, but this guy only has to evade, so we're going to attempt to evade at 5-2. I got another offering on my Fox Mask, so I'll spend one to go to 7. Alessandra is channeling every bit of this alien language that she's been able to sort of piece together and understand. Perhaps there is some way that she can try to speak to this entity without losing her mind in progress. We go to 7. 7 minus 4 is still a pass by 1. So I get to, quote unquote, scout the deck. Of course it's a bad card, like I should have known that, but it's probably not even worth it at that point. Fungal Rot. Attach it to an item you control. If you cannot, it gains Surge. Treat the attached assets text box as if it were blank. Do I have any items in play? Oh. No! Before her very eyes, the mask begins to rot away, revealing that it is indeed simply just lacquered, painted wood. Crafted by a child or no, everything decays in front of the brilliance. Attach it to an item asset. Treat attached assets text box as if it were blank. Action, test, combat 3. If you succeed, discard it, otherwise take a damage. Well, at this point, it's basically just not gonna happen here. That's fine. It's the end of my turn. I did not successfully fight, so I must place a clue or discard a card at random. I'll place a clue on my location. You know, I should have done this. No, I shouldn't have spent the clue. That's silly. The enemy phase, the enemy is not attacking. The brilliance simply watches Alessandra. The miasmatic shadow hunts back, trying to find its prey. And we go to upkeep. Savant could actually be really good for us here. Could be very good for us here. I'm thinking about testing Fungal Rot with Savant. Oh, of course, I drew a card. Place a resource on it as Brilliance. What's going to look the most brilliant? A secret? No. Probably not a supply. How about a charge? Ooh. Jeez. Freaking audio got so loud. Okay, I drew a card. Ugh. Okay, that was upkeep. We go to Mythos once more. We go to 2 Doom out of 5. And we draw from the bottom of the... God damn it! It's also a freaking location. Okay, well now I know they're... sorry. It's on top. Or it will be going on top. Are you seeing this, people? There we go. This is because it's the Mythos phase, I have to then shuffle anything else revealed and put it back on top. So I know that all 3. There are 3 caves near the top of the Abyss deck. Chromoblight. Limit 1 per investigator. So this actually just fizzles. When you would draw and reveal cards. Yeah, and then draw it. Okay, so everything else is placed back on top. And then the treachery is drawn and it is placed on top. This is a freaking... No, not this one, Crosshair. I think it was the other one. Yeah, the other one said Surge if you already have one. This one doesn't, thank goodness. The Crystal Parasite is coming, though, and I'm a little concerned about that. Yeah, free. Now, here's a skill testing question. How many caves did I put in the deck originally? We're back around. Alessandra Zorzi tries to breathe. The sharp brilliance of the air presses in on her lungs like ice crystals. Yeah, you son of a gun, Agnes. Yeah, I tend to agree, Flower, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Okay, clues. Evade. I have to put a clue back on this location if I end here. Or I could move down. Right. So what I could do is get a clue, move, and then evade the thing at the bottom. And then I will have investigated, so I'll already have a thing. So, I also would love to get rid of Fungal Rot. Let's think about that here. So that's a move, an investigate, and an evade. That's already 3 actions. Naturally. Natch. I could also use Savant to try to fight. But this guy has 4 combat, though, so I don't think so. Oh, God. Oh, jeez Louise. Play lockpicks. Investigate. Move. And then I take a damage and a horror from an attack. Yes. Correct, Flower. It is a wild icon and 3 more wild icons because it gains icons equal to your lowest skill other than the skill being tested. So I would be at 6 to 3, which is fine. I don't get to replenish charges if I move. I don't get to spend charges. So, like, here are all the things that Alessandra wants to do. Play lockpicks. Try to get rid of the fungal rot. Move. Evade an enemy. Get a clue. If I get a clue and move, then I won't have to discard a card at random. Yeah, but... yeah. This location... I mean, they all say essentially the same thing. When you end your turn here, if you did not successfully blank this round, place a clue or discard a card at random. Man. What's more important? That I have my Fox Mask? That's a stat boost, right? And perhaps more importantly, how much damage and or horror can I, like, take here? 2 damage, 1 and 1 from the guy down below. Exactly, Lydia. Get a clue, move, evade. Yeah, it's so good. You're not wrong. I could evade the guy here, and then I would just have to put a clue back down, or discard a card at random. Okay. A clue doesn't make me any progress. Basically, I'd pick it up and I'd have to put it back down at the end of my turn. Let's start by evading the Cosmic Emissary. Maybe we'll find a super cool other location or something. We're gonna go 5 to 2. Right? We're gonna see if Alessandra can once again avoid the crystalline vision of the creature. 5 to 2. You love to see it. Lydia, I'm sure you're more or less caught up here. Basically, you're testing when you do skill tests to try to, like, find clues or, like, get away from enemies or fight things. You compare your stat versus the difficulty. You can see my stats listed there. And then you draw a chaos token. Most of the chaos tokens have negative modifiers and do bad stuff. So that's, you know, that's fun. There's also, and Lydia, I feel like this is maybe not the most ringing endorsement of the game, but I think it's important in terms of its philosophy. Unlike in other luck-based games or story-based games, Arkham Horror, the card game, is about fighting the overwhelming forces of the mythos. That means, pretty much at all times, there is a token in the bag, which I will show you. This guy, the tentacle, which is an automatic fail. So, despite having done everything in your power, you're really trying to push and succeed at something. I really need to get this shot off on this enemy. If fate doesn't want you to do it, fate won't allow it to happen. Ooh. Well, thank you, Flower. I actually really appreciate the suggestion. I will, however, I'll take this 3... 1, 2, 3. Damn it, of course it's 3 fucking bad things. Again! So we'll see if I can maybe try to succeed here. Okay, so Captivating Gleam has Surge. This is the one that says take 5 horror and discard. Otherworldly Visions is a willpower 5 test, which I'm not loving. Oh well. Exactly. Fragmentation. Test Agility 4 if you fail. Either choose the asset with your highest printed cost and place it on top of the abyss, or I get attacked. The Agility 4 isn't the worst. If I fail, I'm going to lose Rosa or Chuck. And Chuck isn't doing anything for me at the moment other than Soak. So, because otherwise I'm not going to pass, and I don't want Captivating to... I don't want to Surge, even though I know that Yeah, just because I don't want to... It would cycle more things, potentially. But no, I think this is the plan. We put these back on top. We test agility 4. If you fail... I'm still at a location where if I pass, I can do okay. I've evaded the enemy, so at least it's not going to attack me in the enemy phase this round. Let's, I guess just take this test on the nose. Right on the nose. 5 to 4. Ooh, hello. Alessandra Zorzi can see the mask rotting away and beginning to crack under the weight of the energy that is around her. This energy that seems to have a weight to it. She reaches out. Yeah, oh, shoot, right. Oh, right. Oh, that's Scott. Oh, yeah, okay, let's give him a +1. She reaches out and coaxes the energy away very gingerly from the mask and then sloughs it off in a different direction. I succeeded by 2, so I'm going to go 1, 2. Yep, of course it's 2 more goddamn bad cards, but I'm cycling through. Uh-oh. Okay. Crystal Mimic is an elusive hunter. Oh my god. It's X5X where, oh my god, it's mimicking something. It's mimicking me, I guess. While you're fighting or evading, X is the number of cards in your hand. So, the lower I go, the more likely it is to succeed. But I don't want another enemy in play. It's just how it's going to be. I'm going to test Euphoria, Intellect 4. You must either take 2 horror or play... Right, actually. Oh, this is worse, isn't it? Test Intellect 4. It could be Flower, but, like, I already have this freaking emissary I have to deal with every turn. What do you guys want me to do? I'm out here. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm going to take the Crystal Mimic. This is, now that I've drawn the Crystal Mimic, I'm going to fire Bewitching. Here we go. Now we're talking. I've engaged an enemy. I'm going to draw Vamp, and I'm going to put it in my hand. I drew a card. After you draw 1 or more cards from your deck, Chroma Blight gets more brilliant, which it does not. That's fine. Coalescing out of the light, a perfect copy of Alessandra Zorzi. Its mirror sheen reflecting as it turns towards Chuck's face, then Simon, then Rosa, and then back to Alessandra. And I think I'm going to now Vamp here. This feels good. Choose an enemy at your location. Test any number of skills. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 1 at a time. So I did... Okay, hang on. What was my first action? It was evade, and I succeeded. So this guy is evaded. Fantastic. I would like a clue, please. How does Chuck work here? When you play a tactic or trick, exhaust Chuck. You get +2 skill value while performing a skill test. That's such a good question. While performing a skill test during the resolution of that event. I assume it only fires on 1. Yeah, because it would otherwise it would say skill tests, I think, right? It's good future proof. Let's assume it does that. I don't want to test will because I'm not going to succeed and there's no doom to remove. I definitely want to test intellect. I definitely want to evade the enemy. And then I could test combat and give myself a little boosteroo and deal 2 damage to this guy. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Crosshair. I imagine it would be in the FAQ for Chuck. Fergus, the O'Banion driver. Second action. Sorry, free parlay action. The creature reaches out and stumbles towards Alessandra. She mirrors its image. She mirrors its move exactly. While whispering under her breath to Chuck, "Get ready to smash it over the head." I'm going to parley with Vamp. So I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to choose an enemy here. Oh, here we go. Oh! Oh, very good. I see. Okay, well then in that case, yeah, we're definitely taking everything. For sure. Well, I mean, only because the bad stuff is pretty bad, Flower. Bah, it's not that bad. Let's do it. Fuck it. We're taking +2 to all of our skill values. Alessandra is going to hold this mimic in her gaze, try to freeze time, slowly and surely advance upon it. We're going to test our willpower first at 5 to 2. Correct? Okay, guys, this is going to be a very long action, and I'm really sorry about it. 1, 2, 3. Oh! One of those is a player card. It's a really good point, Crosshair. It doesn't say the next one. It doesn't saying you choose one, so it's just one of them. It feels counterintuitive because it says A and not all, but, you know. Oh, no, I'm on a hot streak. I'm taking this into hand. I didn't draw a card from my deck, Chroma Blight. Excellent work, everybody. These go back on top. All right, we pass, but there is no doom to remove. Exactly, Flower. Okay, no, hey, look, I'm not mad at it. And plus, I feel like, I'm not saying Alessandra deserves a win here. I am saying this is an absolute madhouse of an alien landscape that she's in, and this parley and this communicating, this ability to vamp is what defines her. I'm now going to test intellect, 6 to 2, to discover a clue here. Oh, God. -2 if this is a fighter evasion against Cosmic Emissary. It's not. So I succeed by 2. I get the clue, which is great, and I will check 2 more cards. 1, 2. God damn it. I'm taking so many tests. It's an yeah, honestly, like, I can't be mad at it. Oh. I think we take Strange Mutations. Test Will 5. Reduce the difficulty by 1 for each horror on you. And I have 3 horror on me. Horror. So I would be testing at 3 to 2. For each point you fail by? If you fail, take 2 horror or discard 2 cards at random. Well, in that case, let's... Ooh, I don't want to commit cards. And I don't really want to take 2 horror. Ugh. My God. You get +2 skill value while performing a test during the resolution. It's all during the resolution. Chuck, you beautiful bastard. Somehow, Alessandra Zorzi's connection to this guy that she hired to be like, on the 3rd day, get out here with the rest of the scientific expedition and get me the hell out of here, Chuck. Make sure you have your truck ready to go. This guy is absolutely smashing it. It's wild. Okay, 5 to 2, my friends. Let's just test the thing. Skulls. Bad. 1 more than the current act number. So -3. I still pass. Hooray! High-level druid. He's just... Look, Chuck Fergus, I don't think I realized here how absolutely wild this guy was. I assumed he was just, like, help. But perhaps... someone, maybe there is a figure within the organized crime community in Arkham who also has an understanding of the arcane, knew that Alessandra was in trouble, and sent Chuck specifically. I would like to point out, it has been hinted that the next major campaign for Arkham Horror will be a organized crime, like mob-themed game set in Arkham, which would probably involve people like the lawyer, maybe the parapsychologist. I don't know, I'm not sure what other characters they've got. But let's keep that in mind for when we inevitably play that campaign, okay? There's some sort of mystic within the organized crime community. Okay, guys, I took a test. I'm still taking tests. Let us, in any order you wish. I'm going to test combat, 4 to 2. Ooh, agency. Oh, I like that, Crosshair. A sort of anti-Zamacona. I mean, Zamacona is an alien, right? As we've established. Whoops, sorry. Let's test Fortitude. I'm going to try to deal some damage to it. -3. So that's a fail, unfortunately. That's okay. That's fine. And now, last but not least, we're going to test 7-2 to automatically evade this enemy and hopefully move it. Okay, that's a big success. Automatically evade, and I'm going to chuck it back at this mirror nest. Yes, Crosshair, exactly! Okay, Task Force, Hyperphysical Shotcaster, all the, like, science-y Men in Black-like things. Actually, yeah, and then the TikTok men are from our previous campaign, Crosshair. The TikTok men are like, well, they could even be from that same agency. You know, and working, in that case, they're working against the investigators. Maybe that's just a different government agency. Succeed by 4. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like a location. Oh my god. It's another dry burrow. Unbelievable. I guess I'll reveal these. Oh man, such cool art. It's a shame you all have to go back on top. Yes. The dry burrow is revealed. I'm going to connect it to this mirror nest. It gets a clue. Oh my god. So what have I done this turn? I vamped? I vamped and I evaded the enemy. And we're still not done. Oh, I think I have, though. I think I willpowered. I got the clue. I failed the damage, but I did evade it. With a massive leap, Alessandra Zorzi sends the creature, mirroring her, back into the brilliance, where it vanishes. Now, she's smarter than to know. Of course, that won't be the only thing that will happen. Or rather, I should say, that creature will return. But at least it's gone for now. Okay. I do have 2 actions left. Obviously, one of them will be to get the hell out of here. I want clues? So I could get a clue and then I could move into Dry Burrow. Actually, is it better to stay here? If you did not successfully fight this round, place a clue or discard a card at random. This one is Take a Horror. It's just going to be a problem. What's better here? Yeah. Oh, yes, of course, right, because the objective is if there are 3 or more revealed caves with no clues. Oh, the Arkham Alien Agency, called AAA. So move, play lockpicks, I think. And then next turn I would get the clue and get the hell out of here. Or I would get the clue, maybe test Fungal Rot. No. I want to test Fungal Rot at the Mirror Nest. That's what I want to do. I'm testing Fungal Rot. That's what I want to do. Fungal Rot says, test Combat 3. If you succeed, discard Fungal Rot. I have 2 combat. I'm committing Savant, which gives me +4, so I'm at 6-3. I'm also going to regret this, but I'm going to commit Beguile as well to go to 7. Alessandra essentially is attempting to tear the rot out of the fox mask using only the energy that surrounds her. She can't reverse the effects of it. Or can she? Anything here is possible. Huge success. 7, so I was at 7, so that's 6-3. Okay, we discard Fungal Rot. Fox Mask is once again in one piece, and we go 1, 2, 3. Oh! Ooh! Sublimation. Oh! Oh! Yes, they do. Thank you. I totally missed that flower, but yeah. I must have, or I accidentally did that. Okay, if I were to draw a weakness, if it is a treachery, I would draw it. If it is a resident, flip it to its enemy side. It attacks you without engaging you. Discard this enemy. So I could... Oh, man. I thought I would... There's no time here. Why would I be afraid of time? Mother Rachel is an... Oh, right. So, okay, just to be clear. The resident would attack me, and then it discards to the top. So I would take a damage and 2 horror. Or I would take Chronophobia into hand. At the end of my turn, I would have to take a direct horror. and I would have to take a horror from the burrow, which is where I'm going. So instead, this is going to be a bit of a surprising choice, I think. But we're going to take the sublimation as a treachery. Test willpower 4 if you fail. Yes, seriously, weirdness. The light glows as Alessandra taps into her communicative powers to try to communicate with the fungal rod itself. If she can make strange noises, puffs and clicks and whistles that communicate with fungus on Hemlock Isle, surely then she can command the fungal rot to get the hell out of her mask. Doing so has angered the beast in front of her. I'm going to test willpower 4. This is a surprising choice, I know, but I think we're okay. I'm going to regret saying that. Oh, and I'm going to yeah. Can I choose the first option? Yes, if I have cards in hand, I can choose the first option. For each point you fail by, choose a card in your hand. And then if I failed by like 4, then I would choose as many as possible and fulfill it. So yeah. So either I'm losing Hot Streak, or I'm Hot Streak and lockpicks, or I'm committing lockpicks and hopefully succeeding. Let's go. 4. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, well. Oh, hang on. Tablets. -5. You may place a doom on your investigator card to treat it as a 0. You're not welcome here anymore. Leave, 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 leave. And it just kind of like... it just disappears. Weirdness. This is a fantasy, okay? We're all just here wishing we were as cool as a socialite. Yeah, exactly, Crosshair. It's palpable, man. Is it worth this? Basically, I'm losing lockpicks, or I'm a doom. That's crazy talk, right? No, come on. That's crazy. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna put lockpicks on top. I think I'm allowed to do that. Sorry, and then that discards. Oh god, where did it discard to? Yeah, for each point you fail by, choose a card in your hand. I feel like, yeah, I'm fulfilling it as much as possible. If you cannot fulfill the option, you can't. Ooh, hang on. I really hate to ask, but like, I need the rules lawyers to weigh in on this. Because I can't fulfill it in full, but I can fulfill it in part. If it said lose a resource for each blah, 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 then you would lose as many as possible. Yeah, I think we're good. I feel good about this. Run! But quick, before anyone rule lawyers me. Yeah, choose one. For each point, choose one. Done. I did. Done. We get a fox mask charge as we run the hell out of there back to the dry burrow. This one looks almost exactly the same as the cave on the opposite side of the Cosmic Emissary, of the gleaming cavern that they've found themselves in. But perhaps inversed? If there is a logic to this place, if things are being reflected across time and space, perhaps Alessandra can use that to her advantage. After I end my turn in Dry Burrow, take a horror. I will. I'm going to put it on me. I don't want to lose anybody yet. Enemy phase. The miasmatic shadow hunts. The crystal mimic readies. Upkeep. Natch. Oof. That's rough. You must either put the Silver Moth into play in your threat area, or take a horror and shuffle it back into your deck. Well, that's just not happening. It cannot leave play except by the double action blow. And I get -1 sanity, so I'd be down to 2 sanity left. If I take a horror, I might kill Chuck, which is probably fine. If I have, I would double action, get the clue, and then I would have to take another horror. So basically, is it take a horror now or take a horror later? Oh, God. Also, though, actually, better question. Get a clue, move in. Fuck me. Yeah, get a clue, move in, move, because then I investigated. That's going to be my turn, hopefully. So yes, oh God, we take a horror, we shuffle this back in, and we hope desperately. I drew a card from my deck. The brilliance gets a little brighter. Alessandra can see in this dry burrow. How is that possible? It's so dark, Chuck complains. She realizes that it is in fact her eyes that are emitting a certain amount of luminance. We go to the mythos phase where we go to 3 doom. Lords above, help me. And we draw an encounter card. This might get very bad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Crosshair. Crystal Mimic is an elusive hunter. Oh! Oh. Balls. While you're fighting or evading this enemy... Oh, this is bad. Although... I like where this is going. I'm going to draw Beguile. Do I have the other Beguile? I can't guarantee it's in my deck, so I'm going to draw Beguile. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Well, no, actually, Flower, and that's the problem. While you're fighting or evading it, X is the number of cards in your hand. Oh, no, you're right. Sorry. You're right. Weird. I'm still gonna draw, because I think that's Beguile is worth having. Huh. Otherwise, X is 6. Oh, so if you weren't fighting or evading the enemy, it would be 6. Okay, well, now it's evade 1. But I still think it's worth it, because we're here in the cavern. We're going to beguile this enemy. And I'm going to use Chuck to make it free! Good job, Chuck! Now, what do I want to do to parley this enemy? I could move it away, but I think, in fact, I probably want to evade it. Evade, investigate, get the clue, run. That's the plan. Here we go. Another being made of pure cosmic energy models itself on Alessandra, including the now terrifying glowing eyes. She's going to attempt to beguile it. She's not going to attempt to sleep with herself, I want to be clear. She's going to attempt to beguile this creature in the same way that she did the last, but not pausing it, leading it on a little tango so that it perhaps falls into one of the pits so that they can all escape. I am evading this enemy with a parley action. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, and then I could investigate with it too, but that doesn't actually help me here. Although it might one day. So I'm at 5-0. Succeed. Now I'm not at a lair location, so I don't get to do any of the cool shit. So evade. It's still beguiled, which I think will be very useful later. Very useful. Second action. We investigate. 6-2. We're looking for some clue as to how to escape this plane, this place. Excellent. We succeed. We get the clue. And then we run twice, basically. Because... Chexa. Move. Move? This mirror nest says, if you did not successfully investigate. I did, so I don't have to do anything, although there's now an enemy here. Well... well... You know... Maybe it'll be fine anyway. Was that too loud, guys? Okay. Oh, God. Alessandra gasps for breath and then realizes she's only managed to make it back into the mirror nest, where the creature reaches out its tendrils of color once again. In the enemy phase, hunters hunt. Miasmatic Shadow hunts, Crystal Mimic hunts. This guy will ready during upkeep. And I get attacked for a damage and a horror. I'm going to, tragically, put them both on Chuck. Goodbye, Chuck. Well, exactly, Flower. Or, well, no, I was going to say better, but it's not better. But yes, I could evade it at a distance, which is really cool. But I'm hoping that if it moves to a location with clues, I could then investigate at a distance. Chuck Fergus is dragged, kicking and screaming towards the light. We upkeep. We draw fucking silver fucking moth again. I have to put it into play. Oh my god. No, I have to put it into play. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. Obviously, the creature that wears Zamakona's face, Chuck is dragged into the light, and as his fingertips are the last things to disappear, emerging upon them is the image of that silver moth, that one relic stolen by Alessandra in her work for Zamakona, just for herself. We go to Mythos. Oh my god, we go to Foredoom. Sheesh. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll have to figure that out later. Yep, one thing at a time. How many cards have I cycled through here? Calcification! Oh no! Right, this is the first time you move each round. Although, it's a big old test that I can maybe over-succeed at. So I guess we're not that mad. It's background. The Silver Moth is devastating. If I end my turn at this mirror nest, I just have to discard a card at random. And then get attacked by the Cosmic Emissary. Oh no, this was the one that has 4 evade. Instead of damaging her, this enemy does not attack. Okay. This enemy. They are separate instances. Yeah, let's start with, I think Flower's correct. This will hopefully... The worst thing that could happen here is... or the best thing that could happen is maybe I find that cave that I need. We're going to evade the Crystal Mimic at a distance. She can still feel the... So here's the thing, right? We all know that the molecular makeup of matter has a specific structure, and crystalline structures are quite complex. Having now essentially touched the soul of this being through its crystalline construction, Alessandra can feel it, the molecules of this thing vibrating inside of her. Yeah, I think it might be as well, Flower. But I'm gonna do my parley first, because I think this is probably a good idea. I'm testing 5-0 against the Crystal Mimic. I think that's my best bet here. Tablet. -5. I could place a Doom. It's the Witching Hour, so I'm gonna do it. Alessandra can feel herself taking on the crystalline form of the creature, but also feel it sort of vibrating through space. Welcome back, Crosshair. I'll catch you up, Crosshair, really quickly. We managed to make it down to the mirror nest, but of course, in taking away Chuck Fergus, the cosmic entity has thrown back at us, once again, using the face of Zamakona, the Silver Moth. The thing that we've been trying to avoid this whole time. I just took a parley action to beguile a creature far away from me. I took a Doom so that I succeed by 5. Because I don't mind a Doom. I'm already at the end of the track. Yes, that looks like a cave. Looks like a cave. I guess let's just check all these. Woo, look at that art. Oh my gosh, this is potentially very good. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to... I should have shuffled. It's fine. Aragwen! Hello, Aragwen. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Very briefly, Alessandra is at an alien landscape. The color out of space that is being worshipped by the cult on Hemlock Isle has come true. She now knows that Zamakona, who was the like underworld boss that she worked for, is actually also an alien that wears the same face. Very, very, very scary. Excellent, Arkham Librarian. Welcome as well. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm feeling pretty good because I just drew Overgrown Tunnel, which is a cave location. It comes into play with a clue on it, though, Crosshair, which I will say. At the end of the round, if there are 3 or more revealed caves in play with no clues on them. So I think this is potentially very good. Very good for me. Okay. Let's just take a quick look here. Move, clue. Calcification says the first time you move each round, take a direct damage. Am I out of music again? Already? Let's get into it. Okay. I want to move. And I want to get this clue. I also want to discard the Silver Moth, but I think I'm just going to have to deal with it. Speaking of which, of course, Lydia, thank you for the reminder. In about 2 3/4 hours from now, woo! It's Drew Crew. We're continuing the mystery of the haunted bridge. There was a scarecrow near the bridge. It's kind of dumb. Bardic, please remind me. You were there last time, right? Please join us if you can, because it's a really good time. Oh, thanks, Aragwen. I'm feeling a little tropical. I went for a run this morning. It was very hot. I got very sweaty. Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, Flower the whole time. I should be at 6. I'm not resetting anything. I'm not even gonna search an extra card. Let's just I've made it more difficult for myself, so I feel good in just letting it slide. No. Reset. Okay. We could test calcification. But I think we just move and take the direct damage. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, perfect. We move, we get the clue. Oh, and then we hopefully deal with... Or we just test calcification and hopefully succeed anyway. Oh, yay, Bardic. Oh, that's great. May I call you Bardic? Would you prefer Lydia? I don't know, whatever. That is so exciting. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you can, if you haven't been, someone in the chat can do a better, like, job than I at describing what Drew Crew is. But, like, we have so much fun. That's the short and the long of it. Long and the short. What are you going on? Crosshair, you are correct. It is a reaction. So I could choose not to. So I think the problem is... Well, no, because Flower, what am I looking for that's in here? There's Chronophobia, maybe a player card, probably just bad stuff left, though. I feel. Well, sorry, there are more locations, but I don't care about those anymore. I need to have 2 shots at getting the clue. Bardic is a modifier. I identify with bards. Who doesn't, Lydia? I just want to sing. Hey, oh, there we are. There it is, Crosshair. I like it. Okay, we move into the overgrown tunnel. We take a damage as we continue to calcify. Now calcify! Then we investigate the tunnel. I have 4 intellect. Right? My god, the stat's been wrong the whole time. Guys, I have 5 intellect. Oh my gosh. Wow, I have really been ruining this for my... Oh, it's because Rosa... I was maybe going to have to get rid of Rosa for some reason. Rosa. We go to 7. Oh god, intellect with a Foxmask charge as we investigate. 7 to 3. Let's get this clue. A skull. It is red. Oh, was it? Oh, my apologies. Oh, jeez. Oh god. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, Lydia. My Rage Against the Machine knowledge is low. I get the clue. This is very good. So now at the end of the round, we will advance the act before the agenda. Last action, we're going to attempt to get rid of calcification. We're going to attempt to tear this thing away from us. And the next turn, hopefully the... Oh, great question, Crosshair. It says, while it has clues on it, you must spend extra actions to move out of the tunnel because thick, sinewy roots choke the surrounding tunnels. However, between Rosa, Simon, and Alessandra's newfound ability to communicate with plants, they are able to, or mess around with the molecular nature of the thick roots. They are able to pull the roots back from the entrance of the tunnel. We're going to test 6 to 3 on calcification. I don't really want to spend a Foxmask charge. It's gone. It's done. It's over. It's done. Well, I would assume it could be the other way around, Lydia. I mean, it could be the other way around. You could love werewolves so much that you found a band called Rage Against the Machine and went, oh, that speaks to me, and then loved their music. Oh, God, thank you, Flower. Damn it, I keep forgetting. Okay, excellent work, everybody. Enemy phase. Ah, wrong button. Enemy phase. Hunter's Hunt. The miasmatic shadow and the crystal mimic hunt towards us, as does this other mimic. They are all heading in towards the tunnel, but at the end of the tunnel, finally, perhaps, a light. We go to upkeep. We draw a card, which means Chroma Blight gets another brilliance on it. At the end of the round, there are 3 or more revealed caves with no clues. Advance. A fateful choice. Dr. Marquez points up to a precarious shelf of ascending rock. Oh, Marquez, you're still here. That leads back up to the surface. With a clear path out of the shining chamber, you must consider what to do next. Lose all your clues. Son of a... Oh, man, I could have used those. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's get the hell out of here. Check the campaign log and proceed to Scenario Interlude Fate of the Vale. The investigators must decide their course of action. Let's end this. You may only choose this option if Dr. Marquez has a hunch and has a plan. You may also choose this option if Gideon finished the tale of the Annabelle Lee. Oi, Gideon! Oh, I never heard your tale, you boring-ass sailor, man. Has a hunch and a plan. I think that's true. Dr. Marquez has a plan and a hunch, in that order for some reason, but okay. Save the Vale! You may only choose this option if the Hemlock family made a truce and or the Pierce family was reunited. Oh! Burn it all! You may only choose this option if the Vale is full of fireworks, which it is not, because I didn't plant enough fireworks. Escape with our lives. Alright, team. We can't choose burn it all. And despite the fact that we were trying to plant the fireworks, I actually feel like Alessandra probably wouldn't. I know, Crosshair, I'm sorry! No! Well, now you know how to get burn it all. So, let's end this, save the Vale, or escape. Now, I will say, escape feels very Alessandra Zorzi to me. However, from a slightly meta perspective here, let's end this and save the Vale are also things that we have access to because we did enough. Reuniting people? Well, that's a great question, Weirdness. And if Punchy were here, would she just shoot the child again? God damn it, Punchy. Ugh. Fuck the Vale. Quick point. There were only a couple people on Punchy last night, because it's a long weekend for Americans. I know a lot of people weren't on Punchy last night. Folks, as Crosshair posted in the Discord, but please, I beg you, if you know what Punchy's journey through Starfield has been, you know that she has been looking to buy the penthouse on top of that stupid nightclub on Neon forever. We did it, team. We spent about an hour and a half doing things to get the money required, and we bought that goddamn penthouse. So watch the last sort of, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. You'll see when we buy it. It's gold. It's just pure Punchy gold. I think I want to try to save the Vale. Oh, really, Crosshair? Damn. Aw, well, Weirdness, sleep is good. Sleep is the best. When I go Betty Buys, I get my rest. What? Yes, what Crosshair said. Really, Crosshair? Damn, so early. Okay, well, jump there on the VOD. Guys, I think we want to choose Save the Vale. You may only choose this option if the Hemlock family made a truce and or the Peters family was reunited. Alessandra can feel the connections of the Vale strengthening beyond, like... Sorry, is that too loud? No, it's fine. She can feel the strength of the connections between the people in the Vale. They are stronger than whatever the crystalline alien thing is that has been coming for her. I'm going to choose this unless someone can provide me with a great reason why not. Save the Vale. Fate of the Vale 2. Exactly, Weirdness. I didn't murder you. Hey, Theo, remember when I, like, evaded you? So you have to choose that, eh? Oh, that's nice, Flower. I like that. Let's pretend it's the optimistic version of Save the Veil. All right. Now, for those, I am going to zoom in here. So for those people who want to read Fate of the Veil 1, which is End It All, or Fate of Veil 3, which is Fireworks, I think, yeah. I am going to read Fate of the Veil 2. Oof. Oh, Arkham! Okay. Librarian has some great questions here, guys, before I read this. Does Alessandra trust Dr. Marquez enough? Has she made a strong connection with the residents? Or is she still out for herself? She's definitely still out for herself. But I don't think she wants to escape. I think she... Well, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I think she wants to escape. I just think she understands that she can do that better if more people are on her side. If enough people are on her side... Devoured! If enough people are on her side... Look at all of these people with their relationship levels at 2. Or 5! Yeah, exactly. She attempted to tell folks to leave. She tried. And the Petersons have the boat! Okay, Flower, you are correct. This is good, guys. We're doing it. With Dr. Marquez's help, you clamber out of the sinkhole, #Clambergate, to find Hemlock Vale engulfed in blood-red mist. After scouring the village for survivors, you find several friends. We have to save as many people as we can, Dr. Marquez says. As you begin your search, the shining entity, goddammit, emerges from the sinkhole, refracted like shattered glass. Go to jail! I don't want you here. The penises have the vote. I don't think that's what I said. Oh, I see. Clambergate. Okay. Oh, good, Aragorn, good. Also, hi, Aragorn. Wonderful to have you with us again. Remove mirror nests and caves from the game. Great. That means all the enemies disappear as well, unless it says otherwise. But I'm going to pretend that they all disappear for now, because mirror nests and caves leave the game. I'm going to put them all together, and then we'll go from there. Oh, no! Put each set aside Hemlock Vale location into play on its night side, according to the diagram on page 6. Is there a setup helper? Probably not. Just checking. I'm just going to assume it's these guys on its night side. Okay, well, we more or less remember where things were, right? Night. This was up here somewhere. This was down here somewhere. This was over here somewhere. Ugh. Tad's store was over there somewhere. The Vale Schoolhouse was like there. And the Commons were there. Ugh. Yeah, I have a feeling as well. Crosshair, that's a good point. Okay. Put each set aside Hemlock Vale into... Okay, page 6. We go to the crossroads. We're going to read all of these locations in just a moment, my friends. I can't believe there's a whole other act. Check the campaign log. If the Peters family is reunited, search all in and out of play areas for Helen and Theo. This is great. Helen was in my discard pile. Wow. I knew there was a reason I discarded you. Helen Peters! It's nighttime, so I get another agility! Okay, and Theo gives me a move action, if I recall correctly. Oh, where are the residents? Here they are. Theo! Theo gives me a move action. There's one of these as move, or it's like a foot. Nah, that's not a foot. This is a foot. That's a foot. More soak, more bodies to find. Okay, yeah, Theo's a lot less stabby now. What happened, guys? If the Hemlocks made a truce, we did not. They did not. Put Act 3A Fate of the Veil version 2 into play. Remove each other act from the game. We're about to advance the agenda as well, which is very concerning. These are all the acts. I'm going to check for version 2. Remove each other act from the game. I love this for replay value, my friends. Okay, I'm going to keep doing setup. Search the Day of the Feast encounter set for 2 copies of Frenzied Reveler. Shuffle them. What the hell? Oh, nice. Search the Day of the Feast encounter set for 2 copies of Frenzied Reveler. Shuffle them with each set-aside resident card. Place them enemy side face up beneath each location except the crossroads, distributed as evenly as possible. Okay, well, we need to take Helen out of here because she shouldn't, and we need to take Dr. Rosa out of there because she shouldn't be there. Oh, Birdie, you're not a resident? He's not a resident. He's not a resident. He's not a resident. Just checking. Just checking who's still here. Oh, God. Those are fire treacheries. Those are crystal parasite treacheries. Where the heck? I lost them. Evicted. Correct, Flower. Correct. Frenzied Reveler. Where did they go? I remember I saw one. Were they cleared by changing the act? Uh-oh. That's... Oh, here, hang on. What's in the Day of the Feast? Just checking. These are all locations. Aha! Frenzied Revelers. I found you. They're so frenzied. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with my actions here. 1, 2. Yeah. I count 7. Shuffle them. Place them enemy side face up beneath each location except the crossroads, distributed as evenly as possible. Okay, so one of them's not going to come into play. Team, I'm shuffling, and I'm going to go Hemlock Chapel clockwise. Like this. Okay? And I'm shuffling, and I'm not looking. Here we go. Judith. River. Gideon, who was there before. That's a Frenzied Reveler. I don't... It's fine. Hemlock. Yikes. Leah... And the other... Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, there are 7. I thought there were only 6. I got so excited. I got so excited. Wait. Did I really count that right? That's hilarious. Okay, great. My bad. Flip each cosmic emissary enemy to its shattered side, breaking their formation. Place Cosmic Emissary the Abyss at the crossroads. Shuffle the remaining Cosmic Emissary enemies and place 1 each at the Boarding House, the Commons, and the Atwood House. Well, that's exciting. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't do this. One of these is the Abyss. Ugh. And then we shuffle the rest, and one goes, what was it, the Atwood House, the Commons. Damn it, I should actually read it. The Boarding House, the Commons, and the Atwood House. The Commons, the Boarding House, and the Atwood House. Let's actually turn them right side up. Nope, they are upside down. Cool. I'm not looking... Well, yeah, we don't... If you look at the Cosmic Emissary enemy for more than 15 seconds. Resume playing! Great. We remember that we were about to do Encounter. God, Liz is making lunch. It smells so good. Act 3A, Fate of the Vale. You'll have to either talk sense into the frenzied residents... Oh, good question. It is still called Cosmic Emissary. Oh my god, I have to read that in more detail in a second. I just saw something 100. Choose... Okay. You'll have to either talk sense into the frenzied residents or knock it out of them. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Parley. It's a parley action. Test Will or Intellect 3. If you succeed, draw the resident beneath your location, enemy side face up. You may spend a clue to put them into play exhausted. Okay, so in fact they are beneath the location. But I know that they're there because they don't have enemy backs. Okay, so to be clear, the residents are beneath the location, not at the locations. They're not... I have to like go and talk to them in order to pull them out. If no resident enemies are beneath locations or in play, You may spend 3 clues as a group to advance. Eef. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? Where did the last... Oh, that's a frenzied red row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think so either, Flower. In fact, we're at the end of this agenda, so we'll see. Oh, boy. Not enough talk. I don't have the cards for it, more importantly. Okay. Right before Mythos. That's a good question. Oh, yes they are, which means, in fact, that's another 2. We do. Weirdness is correct. So we have to... Basically, we have to defeat... So, destroy, or... Nope, we have to defeat. Hang on. Yeah. So the parley test draws the resident beneath my location. I can then spend a clue to put it into play exhausted. Then, each of them, if I'm not mistaken, has an action on them. Yeah, we have to defeat them or parley with them. Yoy. Oh my gosh, Aruni. Where are my fine clothes now? Yeah, I have to unhide them. They have to not be beneath locations or in play. So as Arkham Librarian points out, you can tell I'm getting exhausted. Alessandra's like, I thought we were out of here. I should have just tried to escape. The fool. Let's look at our cosmic emissaries. This one's called the Brilliance. This one's also called the Miasma. This one's called the Phantasm. Cool. They're all aloof. I'm just trying not to read them. Aloof, Hunter, Alert. Aloof, Hunter, Retaliate. Aloof, Elusive. Okay. So they all have different things. They're all aloof, though. After you reveal a tablet, it fails or it attacks you. A cultist, it fails or it attacks you. An elder thing, it fails or it attacks you. And they all do huge amounts of damage and horror. And I have a lot of auto fails. Let's have a look at the Cosmic Emissary, the Abyss. Massive. So it's a 4-12-4. When this enemy is defeated, each investigator tests willpower 100. Each investigator who fails is devoured. But it's got victory 5. It's not elusive, eh? So we just need to get the hell out of here. I'm trying not to read this. Oh, the crossroads. During the enemy phase, each shattered enemy at the crossroads loses aloof. So all of the baddies are going to hunt in, and then we have to get... Oh my god, are they all massive? No. What the hell? How... But it was the end of the round. Oh, here we go. Oh, damn it! After you successfully evade a shattered enemy at the crossroads by 3 or more. Arkham Librarian, I'm making eye contact with you in my mind right now, because as you are well aware, this is my first playthrough of Hemlock Vale. Feast of Hemlock Vale, there we go. And I can see that the reaction on the crossroads would probably allow me to get the hell out of here. Or more or less. And because I will be evading, hopefully by 3 or more. Oh my god, okay. Oh, jeez. Well, does the Abyss continue to exist? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, look, we don't know what's gonna happen here. The Chroma Blight's still here. In theory, we're about to have 3 cosmic emissaries bearing down on us. Thanks, Arkham. Am I missing something here? I'm about to have 3 beastly shattered enemies on me. They all lose... Oh, it's just during the enemy phase. Oh, so I'm dead. Oh, no, because it's Mythos. So they'll be aloof, and then I'm going to keep running. Okay, great. That's the plan. Well, no, I have to evade the freaking Cosmic Emissary here, or take a damage, or whatever. Focus up, Scott. We go to 6 Doom. We advance. Vapors rise. Sorry, I'll put it here. Vapors rise from the ground, coalescing into harsh corporeal shapes. A jagged crystalline form juts out of the ground as you stumble forward in a daze. Ah, look out! Hey, Kodab! Welcome to Doomed. You're here just in time. This is the finale of Feast of Hemlock Vale. It's going great, Kodab. I'm still loving the game. So from a general perspective, it's going great. This scenario, it's kicking my butt. It's a finale, and I feel like we did pretty well, and now all of a sudden we're in big trouble. Correct. And Crosshair, I may unfortunately have to once again resolve this campaign later. We'll see. The longer you breathe the poisonous gas around you, the weaker you feel. Your life and vigor are being drained away. Each investigator tests combat or agility 4 for each point they fail by. Let's test agility 4. I have 7 agility, mother beep. So at least there's that. Tablet. No. No. Place of Doom. No. No, ma'am. I don't want to do it. Oh, God. Okay. So I would fail by 2. Shuffle the top card of the deck into the abyss. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's do that. Let's do that. Fail by 2. Yeah. I know, Kodab. It's wild. So I have 4, and then all story assets. Rosa, Simon, and Helen Peters. It is... Kodab gets it. Okay. Her vitality continues to be drained away. Agenda 3A. Oh, we're screwed. Okay, cool. Your vision refracts like broken glass. I don't have enough time to succeed anyway. Same thing, we reveal cards from the abyss. If you look at the Cosmic Emissary for more than 15 seconds at a time, you are driven insane. Are these also cosmic? Yes. It is time for us to draw our encounter card. There doesn't seem to be another. The spiral may just, like, it may just continue to spiral, Flower. Like, it may flip over and be like, oh no, get weaker. Captivating Gleam. Put it into play in your threat area. If you have no cards in hand, take 5 horror. Well, I guess we're never going to have 5 in hand, huh? Surge! That's a location. I have to keep drawing until I see an encounter card back. Oh. Do the caves... Ah, remove them from the game. So they should have been removed from the Abyss deck as well, I assume. Did you really think we were going to let you doom out? I'm just going to presume that that's what happens here. Empyrean Brilliance. Discard a card at random from your hand. Test a Willpower X. X is its printed cost, which is null. If you fail, take 2 horror. However, if I'm not mistaken, if you have no cards in hand, take 5 horror. So, here's where things get really nasty. No, Kodab, no. It's good to know. I discard a card at random. I only have the 1. I take 5 horror and discard Captivating Gleam. This is obviously the... What is this? The Cosmic Emissary erupting from the ground is so bright and so brilliant. Alessandra Zorzi is powerless before it. Helen and Theo Peters stand side by side, their arms linked as they begin to fall to the ground. I take 1 horror, I put it on Helen. I take 2 horror, I put it on Theo. I can't take a single horror on me because of Silver Moth. So who am I losing? Who am I losing? Oh, God. Because here's the thing. Rosa and Simon, I can do their parleys again, and something might happen, which would be very good. I have to kill 2 of my allies right now. I have to take 2 more horror. I could take... the Silver Moth is giving me -1 sanity, so I cannot take any horror or I'm dead. So, do we lose the Peters immediately? He's giving me a move action. She's giving me an agility. He's giving me an agility. I can't lose Rosa. I think we lose Simon. Oh my god. That feels so bad. Oh my god. This feels so bad. Oh, my body. Oh god. Well, you're all about to watch the slow, horrible decline of Alessandra Zorzi here. So, the fashionable decline? Yeah, it's true. I know. I gotta lose Rosa. Rosa. It's boosting my intellect, but I still have a fox mask. Rosa, every single person in the little party collapses as the brilliance erupts before them. We're back around, baby. Wait, was that my encounter card draw? Yes. Yes. Okay. We're back around. Let's make sure I understand what's going on here. I have, in theory, 4 rounds. Bye, Theo. Fate of the Vale says, choose and discard a card from your hand. Parley. If you succeed, draw the resident. You may spend a clue to put them into play exhausted. I have to draw and resolve every resident, and there are 7. In theory, I have 4 turns, which is not enough time. So perhaps I will have infinite turns. What was the thing about the... Oh, yes. Enemies at the crossroads. During the enemy phase, they lose aloof. So I have to just get the hell out of here, for sure. I've got this Cosmic Emissary in front of me. I need to evade it. Yep. I mean, that's the gist. You're correct, Crosshair. And I feel like I will... Oh, and then, once I've done that, I need 3 clues. It's just so insane. Like, that's such an action tax for one person. Let's presume that despite all of my wonderful story assets, this is too much. I'm gonna spend an offering to go to 7. That's not good. That's not good. So that was 7. Minus 4 is 3. So I fail. I must evade again. I could just move and take an attack of opportunity, which would kill me or one of my allies. Oh! We evade. Oh, fuck me. This might be it, my friends. And I would be okay with this as an ending. In attempting to save everyone in the Vale, Zorzi, Alessandra has found herself unable to... Oh, hang on. Stir the pot. It doesn't help, does it? Stir the pot doesn't help me at all. But... Oh, no, it's a massive enemy, so it doesn't matter. 5 to 4. Success. Not, survivalists, shall we say? Okay. So I've at least evaded the enemy. We have to get out of here. I have a move action from Theo. And then discard card. Moving will replenish a charge on Fox Mask. So that's something I want to do. Let's look at these locations, shall we? Oh! Oh, there's good actions on some of these. Okay. The chapel, when I discover the clue here, I put a clue on every other location. Or on each location. There's a Heal a Horror, return a spell card. Return a spell card from your discard pile to your hand. Do I have a spell? I feel like that would be Drain Essence, which I don't have. Okay. The Atwood House. Deals horror if you fail to investigate. There's a test here. Test Willpower 8. If you succeed, deal 2 horror. If you fail, you may spend 2 clues to automatically succeed. The Old Mill. Test Agility 8. If you succeed, heal 2 damage. If you fail, you may spend 2 clues to succeed. So there's a whole bunch of things here that are for Fate of the Vale version 4, which is the version I could have taken to escape. And I can see here now, this is like, run around and do a bunch of things. Instead, it's run around, get the enemies out. Yeah. The first encounter card drawn here gains Surge. Yuck. Draw 3 cards. Enemies at the schoolhouse get +1 evade. Ooh, test will or agility 3. If you succeed, heal a damage or a horror. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The commons, while an enemy is moving, its location is considered to be connected to the commons. They all go to the commons. The general store, they get extra fight. There's something about kindling here, which is probably the burning. Exactly. And then we're back around. Okay. If I go to Hemlock House, I'm not going to... I mean, I might discover the clue. And then I would... Well, no, I would just heal a horror here. Yeah. Okay. Move. The test on the commons isn't a test flower, unfortunately. So it's... if you're trying to build like an image of what Act 4 might look like, it looks to me like the road is clear, get some gas, get the notes from the research thing. You know, you have to do a... Oh, the village commons. Yes. Test Intellect 3, Combat 2, Agility 1. If you succeed at each, gain 5 resources. Theo struck. So again, I think all the tests on the locations seem to refer to escaping in Act 4, which is very cool. I'm really excited about that. I think that's awesome. Which is, really, really cool, I think. But that doesn't matter because it's not Act 4. We know what we need to do, which is get cards. Yes, version 4. That's correct, Crosshair. So I imagine the Fate of the Vale, the different options we had. We had 4 options, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 was the one we chose. 3 was the fire one. 4 was the escape one. And I bet that puts into play version 4, which is like, go find the truck, go find some gas, get the notes, get the samples, get the hell out of here. I bet. Focus, Scott. What do? We need to move. If I move up to Hemlock Chapel, I can heal a horror and return a spell, but I don't care about that. But I would heal a horror. Or, actually, I have 2 actions. I would probably double action discard the Silver Moth. Yeah, that's what's killing me here. No, I think it's a trick. It should be a spell. Oh, God. I think we double action discard Silver Moth. Oh, and of course I get a offering back. Okay. Enemy phase. Let's make sure I understand what's going on here. Cosmic emissaries all move. This one moves to my location. This one moves up here. None of the other enemies are in play. They're all under the locations. I have to go find them and pacify them somehow. This one's at my location. It's an aloof hunter, but it says after you reveal an elder thing, it either fails or it attacks you. So it basically is just going to fail. That's fine. We go to upkeep. I draw a card. I place a brilliance on Chromoblight. Pickpocketing is very good here. It's also fast, which means I have a window now to play it. No, the window is after drawing the encounter card. Okay, that's fine. But pickpocketing might honestly, like, I have to evade a bunch of stuff. And it'll draw me some more cards, and Chromoblight is going to be... Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but it's going to trigger next turn anyway. What the hell is Crystal Parasite? Guys, I'm so scared. This scenario is so scary. We go to 1 Doom. Calcification. Our favorite. That's fine, at least. It didn't say anything about, like, removing the Abyss deck from the game, right? No. Okay. The enemy at our location is still aloof. The cosmic presence here has surrounded Alessandra. It has essentially covered the Vale in its brilliance, exploding out from the conduit of the tree in the commons. Yeah, you're right, Crosshair. A man can dream. So moving is bad. Taking an action to heal a horror is good. Heal a horror, return a spell card from your discard pile to the Yeah. Okay, well, we do that for sure. Action 1, heal a horror. Oh, God. And then we return a spell card, which I am 99% sure we have none. Yeah, I'm just double checking, but I know the cards in my deck here. Vamp is a trick. I think the only spell we have really is Drain Essence. We want to pass Calcification. We want to get the clue here. I think we play Pickpocketing. I don't know. Or do we keep it for the agility icon? We keep it for the agility icons. Because I think I'm going to have to evade something very soon. Specifically, whatever this crystal parasite is. Alessandra can feel the heat from the cosmic entity where it entered her chest, growing, spreading, burning, something threatening to erupt from inside of her. Remind me, what happens here? Choose and discard a card from your hand. Parley. Test. If you succeed, draw the resident beneath your location. Then, I would spend 5 resources to parley to set Judith aside out of play. I have the money for that, so at least that's doable, but I don't trust that I can pass that test. The story of Alessandra. I mean, I'm gonna die, Flower. Absolutely correct. Let's take the test on calcification. 5 to 3. You may take a direct damage for it to succeed. No, hang on. What's more important here? Moving is going to deal me damage, so I want to deal with that. No, I think that's gone. Yeah, it was on the act. I'm just double checking. It was on the act. And it was only at lair locations, so I can't even. But, yeah, which is too bad, because now any cards in the Abyss are lost. Like, my player cards are lost to me. Oh, so maybe Zamakona's in there. Although if Zamakona came out right now, I feel like that'd be pretty good. Okay. I need to pass a parley to put her into play. I need to spend 5 resources to get her out of the game. And I need to choose and discard a card from my hand to succeed. You know what I think we do? I think we just figure out what the Chroma Blight's deal is. And we draw a card. I know it's Crazy Town, but I still have actions this turn. Oh, yeah, perf. Okay, we drew a Well-Dressed. It triggers Chroma Blight. If there's a total... Yeah, remove Chroma Blight from the game. So I drew a card. I'm putting into play a copy of Crystal Parasite. Please don't be that bad. It's going to be terrible. It's a 2/6/2 Hunter with Retaliate. It gets +2 fight and +1 damage for every 2 damage on it. Okay. The creature that bursts from within Alessandra Zorzi's chest, leaping out from each individual calcified patch of her skin, is something akin to a mantis or a shrimp. And yet, somehow, nothing on her body seems to have been damaged, just these calcified spots. It is, at least, it is a 2 agility creature, which means this is, I think this is okay. I'm going to put Pickpocketing into play fast. I'm going to draw Stir the Pot. Stir the Pot, choose an enemy at your location, test, intellect. Deal 2 damage to each enemy at your location. I mean, that doesn't really matter, does it? This guy has fucking 10 health. Who cares? Like, who fucking cares? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Let's evade it. Right? It's just a simple evade. Great question, Crosshair. Most of them have between 1 and 3 health. Or I think 3? Yeah. The Revelers have 2. Leah Atwood's a beast. She has 4. Judith's a bit of a beast as well. 3. However, they all have a specific parley action on them. Spend 5 resources. Test will 5. Oh my god. Triple action. Yes. And then, yeah. I feel like there's a version of this scenario where Alessandra's running around doing all the dirty work and someone else is like following her around with a big gun, you know? Let us evade. At 5 to 2, I'm gonna keep my Fox Mask charge. No, I'm not. What am I spending it on this turn? I could spend it on, where is it? The parley test to take me up to 5. 6 with well-dressed. Or a bunch with well-dressed. Yeah, Fox Mask. We go to 7. Motherfucker. I think I still pass. It's -4. Okay. Oof. So we still pass. Pickpocketing triggers. I draw a card or gain a resource. I'm going to choose to draw a card. There's a spell. So I have a parley action and a move action. I haven't triggered any elder things, no. Okay. That was a skull. Okay. Okay. I don't have the actions to... Next turn, I could test the parley, draw Judith, try to deal with her. What do I do here? I could also move... I don't want to. Oh, well, if one wanted to be insane, I think specifically I would be devoured by it. And you know... Jenny with enough money and a guaranteed elder sign could pass this test. Or sorry, actually there's a few investigators who have you automatically succeed. So in theory, there are people who could pass this Cosmic Emissary test. You would have to be set up for it. Yeah. NBD. I know I've slowed right down, guys. I'm just trying to figure out if there's something I can do here. Or there's something that I want to do. I could parley, but I don't want to put Mademoiselle into play. I could move, but I have calcification. So I think that's it. Yeah, weirdness, that's correct. So I just drew it from my deck just now. So it wasn't in my discard pile before. I hadn't seen it yet in the scenario. And so I can only parley and move, and I don't really want to parley or move. Oh my god. So we just, I think, because yeah, I could do the parley action and pull out Judith, but then she would shoot me because, you know, she's wild like. Oh, but then I can put the damage on someone else. Perfect. Let's do it. Move would avoid the enemy, but I have calcification, which does damage when I move. So I think I'm going to try to get rid of that next round. We're getting bogged down at the chapel for sure, but the chapel's also where we're making our last stand, which is definitely what Judith Park was thinking of doing as well. We're going to see, guys. Choose and discard a card from your hand. Parley. I'm going to choose and discard... I'm going to choose and discard Drain Essence. I'm going to test Intellect, and I'm going to commit Well-Dressed, because I am well-dressed. This is running up the path, the brilliant cosmic entity behind her, the creature that erupted from the calcified scars on her skin, also chasing her down. Alessandra can see the visibly frightened, drawn, and pale face of Judith Park holed up in the chapel. She runs up to the door. Judith! Judith, let me in! Let me in, Judith! I chose and discard a card from my hand. I'm testing Intellect 3. I have 4. I am gaining 4 wild icons, so I go to 8. Like, insanity. This is not the one that triggers on occultist, so I don't fail. She comes into play. You may spend a clue to put it into play exhausted. I have none. Yeah. Well, this is it, Crosshair. I seem to recall at the beginning of the prelude, it was like, oh, if you have this much, you know, relation with this person, like, they become an ally. So I feel like there's a way you could reduce the number of residents by having made more friends somehow. So I draw Judith Park. She kicks the door open and moves out, rifle raised. I only have a move action left, which I'm not going to use. So, enemy phase. Hunters hunt. Ah! Not those hunters. Oh, I forgot about that guy. All the cosmic emissaries hunt in, including this one. Oh, no, he's not a hunter. He's not a hunter. Great, so that guy just sits there. These guys are all aloof, and it's now all the bad stuff tokens that fail me. I take a damage. So the gun blasts, and Helen Peters gasps as it shoots by her, sort of scraping her arm, but she's okay. She's alive. It's the enemy phase. Upkeep readies the crystal parasite as well. Another copy of Fox Mask. Okay. We go to 2 out of 4 Doom, and we draw from the Abyss. Whoops, I don't know why I did that. Sorry, guys. That's clearly the next card. I only meant to draw 1. Oh, it's Chroma Blight again. Great. The creature seems to be burrowing back down into our skin. Oh, God, no. Okay, we're back around. Alessandra Zorzi. You're not wrong, Flower. It does feel bad. I mean... No, of course. And I think specifically, it's the fact that, like, not knowing the story in advance, like, we're just discovering the story as we go. So, not knowing that there was another place I could plant fireworks, like, I would have gone there right away. I'm really looking forward to replaying this and going a different path entirely. But right now, it feels bad. Everyone's dead. Alessandra Zorzi looks Judith Park dead in the eyes. Get out of here, Judith. You don't want to be here when this creature decides to take it over. Judith Park, seeing the bright lights coming, swooping down towards the chapel, nods and begins to run. Convinced. Excellent work. We're going to evade the crystal parasite. I'm at 5-2. Let's go. Oh my god. So, this automatically fails, or the enemy attacks me. It would do 3 damage. I would have failed anyway, so I'm going to choose to fail. I paid 10 resources to have her fuck off. Why did I even bother dealing with her last scenario? God damn. We go again, 5-2. That's a success. That's what I'm talking about. Draw a card and gain a resource. Okay. So, the parasite is evaded. Oh god, hang on. I need to put some brilliance on Chroma. I've only drawn the 1, I think. Yep. Test calcification. I'm going to take a direct damage so that it automatically succeeds, so that I don't draw a bad stuff token. Alessandra can see the creatures moving towards her. She hisses and decides to run. I'm going to move down to the Atwood house. I mean, clues would be really good here. Which gives me a charge back on Fox Mask, and I'm going to just keep... Basically, I'm going to keep running until I find something I can actually do. Alessandra rushes down behind the chapel. That's the only resident who is here. If she can manage somehow to get everybody out, well, we'll see. That was my move action. So, that is that. In the enemy phase, the emissary continues to hunt. Obviously, all of these things are here, which we do not love. The parasite readies. As we go to upkeep. Ooh. I feel like it's so funny, like, things are starting to get back under control again as Alessandra gets back to what she's good at. But Unfortunately, it's probably just too late. Yeah. Oh, totally, Flower. Yeah, 100%. Everyone's... Oh, Mother Rachel helped you. Or is she? Ah. Okay. We go to 3 out of 4 Doom. I think I just placed that. Yeah. And we draw an encounter card, which is... No, we draw a card with an encounter back. So actually, specifically, that Mother Rachel does not have an encounter back. So she goes back on top. She does not have an encounter back, everybody, okay? Discard a card at random from your hand. Test Will X. X is that card's printed cost. If you fail, take 2 horror. This would be bad. A blast of light envelops the Atwood house. Alessandra had stopped running just briefly, just for this one moment. And all of a sudden, it is too late. I'm discarding a card at random. I knew it. So I'm testing Willpower 3. Man, where on earth is Chuck? that Chuck vamp play was so good. What does it do if I fail? If you fail, take 2 horror. Well, I won't die. Elder Sign? Oh, if I had committed. It's fine. 2 horror, they both go on me. Did I draw? No, it's fine. Oh, God. Oh, my God. The brilliance of the creatures seems to envelop Alessandra from head to toe, and she can feel herself splitting apart into her individual atoms once more. It's back around to us. You know what? I'm not mad at it, Flower. It's just, again, like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, mechanically speaking, like, yeah, is it fun to discard cards? No, it's a card game, you know, but if you know that going into the game, maybe you play someone who deals with having minimal cards in hand, or maybe you just make do with what you have or something, right? Okay, first action, we move. We get the hell out of here. We use our Theo move. He drives us in his truck. We gain another offering back on Fox Mask. We're safe for now. I need to pass the parley. Oh, and then what is Elia? Test combat 5. I mean, sheesh. She elite? Yeah, of course. Oh, of course, Arkham. Is that true? Sorry, is it literally, I should say, an achievement? I'm going to just quickly jump to the end because I'm curious. I don't want to spoil myself. Oh! Wow, look at all these! I'm trying not to read them too much, but I just want to find... Sorry, I know you're correct, but I hadn't seen that. Holding out for him. Yes! Win Feast of Hemlock Vale campaign as Patrice. Wow. That is, like, unbelievably wild. Arkham Librarian. I hadn't even considered how ridiculously dumb that would be in this campaign. What if you take hidden treacheries? And then she doesn't discard cards. Okay. We're here. I can Eldritch Tongue to play things from my discard pile. Stuff like, say, Stir the Pot, or what would be another parley I have? Drain Essence would do a damage. We need our fine clothes. We need fine clothes. Like, I honestly don't know what to do without them. Okay. We're here. We're going to play Eldritch Tongue. I feel like that's important. Because then I could use things like Beguile doesn't work on elite enemies. Stir the Pot would do 2 damage. Oh my god. Backstab does 3 if I succeed. I think we're running low on juice here, guys. Everyone's looking to Alessandra to be the leader, but she just doesn't know what to do. I don't know. I can't really continue on either. I can let everything hunt into my location. I guess getting the clue would be good, because then I could put stuff into play exhausted. Man. Or a gun. A gun would be good too. I could shoot her to death. Or I could just try to evade her. She have 2 agility? I'm basically going to bounce back and forth between these locations every turn, is the plan. Let's try it. Parley. Discard a card from your hand. Eggs. Oh, flower. Nice. It's true. Yeah. Just need the entity to eat me. I'm going to try to draw Leah out of the mill. Alessandra had run past Atwood House, hearing only the shrieks and screams of revelers within, but seeing no one she recognized. Leah Atwood holed up within the old mill, muttering under her breath, stabbing her knife into a chopping board over and over and over. Yeah, let's do this test, which is choose and discard a card from your hand. Parley, test intellect 3. I have 6 with Fox Mask. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Cool. So that's a big fat fail. Oof. Jeez Louise. Deal a damage. Okay, this guy's non-elite at least, so we can use Helen to do something with that. Oh, and the Parley test is good here. Let's just draw. Oh, fucking Chroma Blight. I think I need to decide to just give up on this campaign. I know it's ridiculous, but like, we're so screwed. There's so many things here that are so bad. Let's draw. String of Curses, which is for non-elite enemies, again, which is terrible for us in this scenario. Welcome back, Crosshair. We failed to draw Leah out of the old mill, which is tragic. And I'm considering that the end of Alessandra's story might be creatures coming to devour her at some point. I mean, honestly, I might just take a horror from something and die anyway. No, flower. I'm only losing hope because of how difficult everything's been. Let's take a resource. Yeah. Enemy phase. The Cosmic Emissaries hunt in again. But there are no other enemies. Oh, sorry. The Crystal Parasite hunts. I'm going to have him hunt over here. Oh, God. Move in, evade, get the Reveler out, parley with him. It's doable, guys. I bet that's... No, well, sorry, yes. It's only for Fate of the Veil version 4. So all of these, like, extra things are only for the escape version, yeah, which I wish. We go to upkeep. Okay. Guys, it's fine clothes. I agree, weirdness. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you die. Fine clothes. This is getting interesting now. We go to Mythos. We go to 4 out of 4 Doom, where I advance the agenda first, and we'll see. Oh, okay. A Feast of You. Well, that as Alessandra remembers that perhaps Leah would respond better to her were she wearing her mask, reminding her of her place in the universe. I totally agree, Flower. The rippling air stops, then churns into myriad faces, shapes, and forms. You struggle to breathe as the air is sucked out of your lungs and drawn into a pillar of light. The brilliance ascends into the night sky like a falling star in reverse, reducing everything around you to dust. Trees wither and desiccate. Fleeing wildlife are turned to bone and ash. Your body sublimates, rising into the blinding brilliance along with everything else on Hemlock Isle. You have learned your place in infinity. All of Hemlock Isle has been transfigured in the Great Ascendance. Each investigator is devoured by the color out of space. They are killed. Let's go to the investigator defeat resolution. He's not sad, guys. Oh, yes, Crosshair. I didn't have any codexes or whatever. I'll read that momentarily. Magic ghost people heaven. This feels appropriate. Like, this is the massive alien being that is the cosmic emissary. Absolutely destroys and... It's true. What happens? Oh, I'm driven insane instead. Perfecto. I like to think, Crosshair, here's my headcanon. As Alessandra turns around, the tendrils of the color, the energy, the vibrant world reaches out and out and out. She closes her eyes and takes a breath. She opens her mouth to speak to this great beyond, and out of her mouth comes babbling the same alien language that was whispered in her mind by Zamacona, or the thing that wore Zamacona's face. The same language that was muttered by the fungus all across the isle. And as everything around her starts to disappear, your surroundings are swallowed by an unspeakable brilliance. A familiar euphoria grips you as reality itself shatters around you, and you catch a fleeting glimpse of other faces. Human, animal, alien. The bliss turns to excruciating pain as your body sublimates into red gas. As you scream, the 1,000 other faces scream with you in your mind. You realize each of them is another you in other times, other realities. The other faces refract, split in two, and fracture like a broken mirror again as every version of you is remade into something new. And then a warmth, a wholeness. There is no you anymore, only color and light. The investigators became the true feast of Hemlock Vale. The last line here is the investigators lose the campaign. I like to think of it as more of the resolution of the story, which is a truly horrible end. So, thoughts. From a mechanical perspective, this scenario is really, really difficult solo. I was underplaying my stats for a good chunk of the scenario, which would have accelerated potentially the pace at which I was able to do things. Maybe I would have failed less, maybe I would have found things faster. So Arkham, if I may, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but version 1 was Dr. Marquez wants to do something. Act 3 is burn it down, and Act 4 is get the hell out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm curious which one is, in your opinion, the hardest, because I feel like if you have a sense of one of them being like, oh yeah, this is hard, this is actually almost impossible, like, I would be curious to know. Here, it's for me in solo, this is the action tax is the problem. I just don't have the actions, even with parley, even with move. Burn it down is the one we haven't won yet. Wow, that's wild. Burn it down. I can't believe it. Well, Crosshair, I will say, in a way, everything was burned down, including Alessandra and her entire sense of being. Is that literally it? Proceed to epilogue. Proceed to epilogue. No, hang on. No, I don't get to proceed to epilogue. But I just want to see what it says. If there are any surviving investigators remaining. You may read the codex entry. Skip to epilogue 3, maybe? No, no. This is written by Dr. Rosa Marquez, so presumably she's also dead now. Wow, wild. Okay, I'm going to call it here because it is a delicious smelling lunch just outside this room. My friends, the Feast of Hemlock Vale. Alessandra was the true feast all along. Now, as you're all aware, here on Doomed, I don't necessarily play the most optimized decks. I try to do relatively optimized actions. I try to do things in a way that's going to achieve the objectives of the scenario, if only because that's what the investigator would want to do. They would want to achieve the objectives of the scenario. However, sometimes the story does not lead to a victory. Sometimes the story leads to a defeat, being consumed. If anything, this has made me more excited to replay Feast of Hemlock Vale for the beginning. I agree, Weirdness. I totally agree. And Starfield we finished last night, too. It's a whole weekend of endings. Maybe Montreal by Moonlight will all die as well. Who knows? Guys, this has been very, very, very cool. I'm really excited to replay this, knowing what's tested, what it needs, what sort of things I need to do to make sure that I can actually try to win, not play solo, that sort of thing. My friends, this has been really exciting to play on Doomed. Thank you. Yes, exactly, Arkham. There's 2 or maybe even 3 more day scenarios I haven't seen. Maybe just 2 at all. And all of them replay differently anyway, depending on which day. Yeah, okay, go watch Hair if you're on a small island. I would like to say 3 things. First, thank you. I'll say that again at the end. Big thank you to the Crosshair for the mad moddage, and to everyone for tuning into this thrilling conclusion. 2, Drew Crew is in about an hour and a half over on Elizabeth's channel. Please join us for that. Tomorrow is Montreal by Moonlight, our Werewolf 5th edition campaign over on RPG Clinic. Join us for those. Third, this campaign has come to an end. That doesn't mean Doomed is over. Oh, no, 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 no. Here's a little roadmap for the future to get excited about. Next Saturday, you can join me and a special guest that is not the Crosshair, a new special guest right here on Doomed, to begin Guardians of the Abyss, a very challenging 2-scenario side campaign thing. We're going to Egypt. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say anything more than that. We're going to Egypt. It's 2 scenarios, maybe? We'll see how much of one we get through, and then we'll have to figure out how long it's going to take to play the rest. Maybe we'll just straight die in the first couple of hours anyway. Who knows? Apparently it's very challenging. It's going to be fun. After that, I'm with Crosshair. Are you kidding? I don't want to go back there. After that, I believe, time permitting, it should work, just for Flower of August, I will be doing a deck building stream where I theorycraft a deck specifically to do with frosty themes. I have some cool ideas for that, so join me for that deck building. And then I'm going to take it through what I think is maybe 1 or maybe 2 scenarios in Arkham Horror where we go somewhere a little spooky and a little chilly. I'm really excited. So, Egypt first, super hot and sunny and eclipsed, yeah. Then super cold somewhere in the northern parts of Canada and or Alaska. I'm really excited about that. And then after that, it's a new Twombed campaign. Crosshair and I are going to be playing. I'm bringing it up on screen so you can see what I'm looking at here. Crosshair and I are going to be starting... What is it called? This one. Jumping back. Souls of Darkness. The death of a mysterious collector and the relics of his estate have brought an ancient mystery to Arkham. Ooh, so this campaign may be over, but Doomed is not. Egypt, somewhere up north where it's really cold and spooky. Souls of Arkham, back in the town of Arkham itself. A totally new, 3 new Doomed adventures. Well, I hope not, weirdness, and also yes, Crosshair. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope to see you on Drew Crew. Hope to see you on Montreal by Moonlight. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a line in the Discord if I don't already know. If I already know, you don't have to. I'll let you off the hook this time. If you're watching this on the VOD, thank you. I don't know who you people are, but I love that you're here. It's so cool. Do I have anything else to say? No. Toronto's very real flower, unlike my Canadian girlfriend who is not. Thank you all so much. That's the last thing I wanted to say. And we hope to see you next time right here on Doomed. See you next time. Bye-bye.